So remember how in the last video I said I would see you tomorrow? Yeah, that was never gonna happen. You wouldn't believe how long it took me to edit that last video. I don't really believe it either myself, but here we are. Saturday, I said we'd go to the strip to play some poker, so that's what we're gonna do. Andrew? Yeah. Oh, sorry. 500 red. All right. Alright, just grabbed a seat in the 1-3 game at what is, in my opinion, probably the nicest poker room in all of Las Vegas, here at the what used to be the Wynn. Now it is the Encore. They moved it during the World Series, I think. Just that, bought it for 500. The game seems actually mediocre, I would say at best. I recognize about half the table as locals, and I don't know if you would say semi-professionals. Not a super ideal 1-3 table, but I mean, it can't be that bad. I don't know, we'll see how it is. I'll give it a little bit of time. If it's not really that great, maybe we'll move somewhere else, or at least to get a table change, but we'll see how it is.
Ahead or way behind. It's a different objective. Like that. Yeah, more like that.
Try them.
Cocktails. Good.
Water.
$9.
Willie, to go to table 8, William.
Try again. Try again. 35.
Matt L. 2-5 over. Last one to Matt, 2-5.
Thank you.
Great. Two. Freeway action. Okay.
So I'm at table 17. Just don't lose the rest of the money before you go away.
Heads up.
There's 700, so another 200. Not going good. No matter what I do.
Crazy.
Once again, 2-5 players is a new game starting with table number 12. And we get seats for RL, Vinny, Brandon, Fox, Don, Samson, Williams, Anderson, 0.25. It's a new game on table 12.
Nope, we're at 101. Call. He's on. Call.
Nice. Alright, so that first hour or so went about as poorly as it possibly could have. Even after flopping a set, like in the first couple of hands or something like that.
That's what I want, one of those.
You want one? I just got it like 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice, I like it.
Thank you.
So they're taking picture everything, huh?
Yeah, photos or video. For what, developing it?
For taking picture.
Not that much. You can take it to Target and they'll do it for you.
And this is little, you can put it in your pocket.
Yeah, you can put it in your pocket, yeah. Yeah. Alright, so as I was saying, first hour, no bueno. Yeah, even after flopping a set, like in the first couple of hands. Shortly thereafter, flopping second nut flush versus nut flush. Disaster. So anyway, I got off of that table and just switched tables to a new one. Hopefully this one goes a little bit better. I can't go much worse, so back to it.
Raise.
Zach, you should be good.
Five players. Three checks. Sure. Yeah. Check your round. Three players remain. Dark check. Raise.
That's good. I hope you had it.
Alright, so this too late. You have 2 seats.
What happened here? I have not paid.
Alright, it's like a little bit after midnight, maybe 12:30, just wrapping up the session. They got us today. Not too bad though. We whittled it down to a little bit more respectable loss of like 2 something, I think. 248, I think, is the number that we're booking as a loss today. Definitely not too bad. Definitely more respectable than the 750 that we were stuck. So, you know, these things happen. And you know what? It's the first loss. The first loss for the vlog. You know what this calls for? Gotta go grab a beer. Let's go do it. I'm starting to sense a theme already with this vlog. Not sure if it's a good thing or bad thing. So I was gonna take you to another one of my favorite spots, but then I remembered that tonight is Saturday night. Everywhere is just gonna be super noisy and we won't be able to hear each other. And I just wanted to chat about one thing real quick. Since this was our first losing session, I just wanted to talk about losing. For any of my fellow poker players out there, you shouldn't feel bad about feeling bad about losing. So what I mean by that is, you can try and tell yourself that variance is part of the game, that losing is a part of the game, and while all that stuff is true, it's pretty much impossible to teach your brain how to deal with variance. So it's completely expected that you feel like shit when you end up booking a loss. Feeling bad after a loss is completely natural. The only thing that you need to worry about is how you react and the actions that you take after a loss. The last thing you want to do is end up in the pit or chasing losses at higher stakes or something ridiculous like that. As long as you're doing something productive after you book that loss, even if you still feel super crappy the entire time. But if you go back to the drawing board and you study, or you go to the gym, or you do something like this and do something productive, that's all you need to focus on. Look at any of these professional TV poker players. Find clips of them in old cash games. Watch clips of them losing, and I promise you, you will see that they feel like crap too when they lose. Even after, some of these guys have been doing this for decades. Look at a guy like Doyle Brunson. Watch clips of him lose. I promise you, he hates losing too, and he still feels like crap when he does. A lot of times you might think, I'm not supposed to feel this way. I'm a professional poker player. I'm supposed to be mechanical and robotic about these things. You can't give yourself a hard time for having emotions and getting emotional about the swings of poker. So with that, cheers to our first loss. Back to battle tomorrow. I mean, maybe not tomorrow, whatever, 2 days from now. You know what I mean.